together.
It's already set up, man. The internet's already there.
No, I understand, but people can then contact us and say, discuss this, discuss that, bring up this topic, that topic. Can you discuss? Can you, you know?
That is the threat that we're facing right now. Is the freedom of the internet.
Yeah,
it's
well,
a serious threat. I don't think we're not really talking about it right yet, but the thing is, when they brought in SOPA and PIPA, they meant to shut down things like YouTube.
And Canada's even worse than the U.S. Like, because conservatives can bring in any sweeping law they want, and fucking we'll advance.
I don't know so much about that. But,
anyway, dude, they're already watching all of us. We already know it. They've already passed the law. They're watching everybody. And if you're not with us,
they did.
You know what?
No, they were already watching everybody. They're passing a law so they can actually access the information legally.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of illegally.
Don't be foolish. It's all looked at, and they know what they're looking for.
But who's really watching? I mean, is it websites like Google that are watching us and selling us information?
Ignored. But
who controls?
Guarantee that, but
yeah.
No, but if you're not discussing,
you're little people. It's okay to be little people.
But we're used to this internet that's totally free. It's like the Wild West.
Yes,
it is. Money every month.
Which is awesome.
And
it should be like that.
That is not what the establishment wants. Certainly not in the United States.
No, they don't want you to think about anything.
I don't know where you get this free content.
My mother's paid it for the past couple of months, so yeah. Technically, it's been free. Yeah. Thanks, Mom. Yeah.
Your mom paid it, but it's not free, is it?
No. Canada, we're like 24th or 25th, the most expensive and 21st lowest in the world for internet access.
And minus 20 looking for free internet.
There's no free.
Oh, you can find the free internet. It's like the free internet. You know what I mean?
What you want to think about right now?
Well, we can talk about some of these little headlines I clipped off the internet just before you guys came over.
About those
okay,
headlines.
Here's one of them that's big. It's the Norwegian mass murderer. Now, I don't know his name.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But he started his trial.
Yes.
And the first thing he did is he came out and he gave a fist salute.
Yes.
And he expressed absolutely no remorse. In fact, he considers
had a
himself to be a hero.
Yes, he was on. He had a plan.
Apparently, he's going to explain his motives up in the next 5 days.
But
so
I've already read his manifesto. Have you read any of his manifesto?
I know that in his statement to the judges that were there, and one of the judges got kicked off the council that they set up
because he agreed with them.
No, because he demanded that the guy face the death penalty. He wanted him dead.
Oh, well, you can't have that.
So, I don't know. I can understand his sentiment. Obviously, a lot of Norwegian...
Do they have the death penalty?
No.
They don't have the death penalty in Norway.
Oh, well, then you can't...
21 years or until...
But can you not understand someone wanting to reinstate the death penalty for such a monster as that? No matter what you think about society, there is never a cause to go out and kill innocent human beings.
Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot more of him, I think, in the future.
Well, there's been a lot of them, we know. Yeah. Here in Canada, we've had them here in Montreal. Talk about something a little bit lighter, but at least 2 guys here I know for sure have been married. I haven't been married. Dave, have you been married? Are you married now?
Oh, no.
Okay. The average Canadian couple spends $23,000 on weddings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, is this just a money gouging industry?
Yes.
Is it? I mean, when we think about how expensive our lives have become.
Well, no, it's a cultural thing, bro. It's a cultural thing. You know that? Because if you go to a French-Canadian wedding, it's more like a Newfoundland wedding where people put a price on. We paid $35 for the plate, and you pay them $35, so they break even kind of thing.
Right, yes, there's an economic...
It's an industry.
Yeah, but...
It's an industry.
They pick on other people's cultures more than...
But when we think about it, the price, if we're saying $23,000, you're talking about usually young couples under 30 getting together, usually saddled with huge debts, loans, student loans, mortgages, all these problems, and they're spending $23,000 on a wedding. That is, and it's also, it's not just things like that. Think about it. The average birthday party price for a kid is $600 now.
I think we're going to see that go down in the future. I think we're going to see more specialized party people. Like, people are going to be hosting parties and they're going to have all these special entertainers in. But I think regular people are going to have simpler parties.
Is our society so conditioned that we feel we must do all these things that are done in every wedding? That if we don't do them, we're not keeping up with the Joneses, and therefore...
I disagree there. Weddings are one of the big milestones in life, and when you take one, it's very big and cultural, or it's very private. And if it's very private, it doesn't cost money unless you're, like, I don't know, eating monkey brains and fucking ham or something. Right? But if you're just having your friends and you have a budget and you go out and you have this here celebration party, this is a good thing. If you're trying to be the big man, you might end up getting a bit ridiculous keeping up with the Joneses or something. They had one anthropological story.
But doesn't it? Don't you find though, like when it comes to like birthday parties, for instance, it becomes, well, what did your best friend's party? What did they have? Then they have to match all those things on the list, and then it just gets more and more expensive. And yes, it does benefit. It's a whole industry, but at the same time, people are just saddled with debt.
I think people should stick to their budget and do the best they can. If they want to give a big soiree, well, they're going to have to have a lot of money or cut down on somewhere else. They have
to stop feeding people the idea that they need to fucking be something they're not.
That's true too. You have to be yourself.
You know, they have to stop putting all this pressure on these parents that have to fucking have their kids jumping through fire hoops for their fucking birthdays instead of fucking saying, no, you're having hot dogs and cake and that's all I can afford and that's it.
Dave, do you have anything to say on that topic?
Kids like hot dogs and cake.
Kids don't care.
Kids will eat dirt.
Yeah,
but
I'll tell you.
Kids will have fun. It's the parents that want to show off to each other. The kids don't give a shit.
Merrick went to a birthday party, and he's 6 years old in kindergarten. And all of a sudden, they were having their party, and this robber came in, and he started going through all the birthday presents. And the kids were like, hey, what's going on? He said, I'm just here to steal the presents. And the next thing you know, Spider-Man came in and said, hey, you don't steal birthday presents. And then there was a big Spider-Man.
You had me for a second there. Anyway, go on.
The kids loved it. They had so much.
That's imagination. That's total imagination. That's a wonderful thing.
And that's wonderful.
Those are great.
So if you spend, I don't know, whatever they charge, $100, $200, $30, I don't know what they charge, right? For two guys to come and pretty much make an arse of themselves for 6-year-olds to have a really good time, I think that's wonderful. And you go like that. You're giving. So you have to not give away everything because that's just stupid. But if you just give to be good, and this is what I have, and I'm enjoying it with you, then it's so much more fun, and it makes a memory, and it makes a good time, and it's positive, and it goes out from there.
Anybody else have anything to say on that topic?
It's good that we have a family man with us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm
Absolutely.
serious, because there's a whole different perspective on that whole thing than if I had spoke first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would not have said the same thing that I would say.
I have a different point of view on it. I think that it shouldn't be about that. I think the parents should be more creative, and that would be more rewarding. Like, do something spontaneous. Do something out of your imaginations.
Yeah,
like Paul said with the Spider-Man thing, parents could easily set that up themselves. You know?
But parents get their guts worked out. They don't give a shit, bro. They don't give a shit. They don't. They're like, it's the kid's birthday. I'm tired. I don't give a fuck.
Who knows, man? Maybe they have lots of money. Who knows? That doesn't matter. Most important thing is getting around and having an acknowledgement of the birthday.
I do have something to say on that topic, though, but it's not on. It's more on a personal level for me. I look at myself and I look at all that stuff we're talking about. Like the average wedding is $23,000 and all these things. I look at my life and I look at it as a challenge to myself as to, can I stand up for what I really believe in myself? You know, if I had kids, would I, you know what I mean? Would I stand my ground and not cave into the Joneses and not cave into my neighbor's daughter got this?
Yeah.
I can only say this speculating because I don't know. Yeah, you know?
Exactly.
But I look at that and it makes me wonder, you know, because I have a sister who has 2 kids, and, you know, that they have, I mean, they are they're a great family, but they're a fucking textbook fucking family. I mean, 2 kids, a boy and a girl, a dog, 2 cars, suburbia. Yeah. He corporate, her at home, but does part-time stuff. That's the new millennium. Now the stay-at-home mom is supplementing her income with all different things now. Back in the day, it would have been just him working and her, but whatever.
That's a good thing, though. That's a really good thing. If women can stay at home and make some sort of a living at the same time or contribute.
My sister's a go-getter. Yeah.
That's a wonderul thing.
I say one parent should stay home with the child until it is big enough and you can communicate with you well, and then it goes to, we have preschool, like around age 3, 4, and then they go till to school, and then they're at school.
Then they're
and
conditioned
one
by
parent
society.
has to. Well, no, well that's good, because do you want to sit there and teach the child math all day long and the rest of it? It's a lot of
sure. I don't know though.
That's madness.
That's a
and
different
it's division. They didn't just all of a sudden one person was in charge of all the kids. It was